The following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, home for the great games. Good afternoon, everyone. Football fans from around the world, welcome to the 2021 WFL playoffs. We start with the Wildcard round, and we take a look at the teams who'll be participating this weekend. Our highlighted game today in round one, or the early game, is the New York Generals taking on the Tampa Bay Bandits. These two teams faced each other earlier in the season, Week 2, Monday Night Football. Tampa Bay paid a visit to Yankee Stadium and defeated the Generals by a score of 27-20. Tampa Bay Bandits are slightly favored to win this game and have lost the coin toss. New York has won the coin toss and has elected to receive. It's a beautiful day here today in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. 74 degrees, clear, a little bit of wind, sellout crowd, ready for the 2021 playoffs to kick off. The journey to Los Angeles, Pantheon Bowl 20, is set to get underway. Sanders tees the ball up. He is ready to kick off, ready to return for New York. Is Ozulski. And we're underway. The playoffs have begun. Ozulski's going to take the short kickoff at the 5. Finally tackled at the New York 27. Let's take a look at the visiting New York Generals offense. At quarterback, Daniel Jones. Somewhat of a so-so season at quarterback, but they are here in the playoffs. Running backs, starting will be Le'Veon Bell. You'll see also a lot of Robinson, James Robinson as well. Andy Janovich will be the fullback. The wide receivers, Jamison Crowder and Corey Davis. At tight end, Logan Thomas. Offensive line, left tackle, Danny Pinter. Left guard, Michael Jordan. At center, Trey Hopkins. At right guard, Greg Van Roten. And at right tackle, Chris Hubbard. 1st and 10 from the New York 27. We're just underway here in Tampa. They'll shift to a 2 tight end formation. Thomas and Lewis are now in at tight ends. Bell is the lone setback. Jones calling out the signals. Back to pass, play action. And pass is incomplete. Looking for Lewis, but the two do not connect, so it brings up 2nd down. Let's take a look at that Tampa Bay defense. Using the 4-3, the defensive linemen are Nick Bosa at defensive end, left defensive end, and Ndamukong Suh, left defensive tackle. B.J. Hill, right defensive tackle. Cameron Jordan at right defensive end. Middle linebacker will be Eric Kendricks. He'll be surrounded by Samson Ebukam at left linebacker. Right linebacker will be Shaquille Barrett. The defensive backs, Kenny Moore II at left corner. Quandre Diggs will be at the 1 safety position. Trey Boston at the other safety position. Byron Jones at right cornerback. 2nd and 10. New York breaks the huddle. They are in their visiting white uniforms, red numerals, red helmets. They are moving left to right across your screen. They switch to a 3 wide receiver set. Jones lines up in the pistol. Bell the lone running back. Bell will take a draw play handoff, gets up to the 30. Finally stopped by Jordan at the 33. A 6-yard gain. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. One of the struggles for the New York offense has been in the passing department. They are dead last when it comes to passing offense. They only average 165 yards per game. Empty backfield for New York. Jones still in the pistol. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Crowder, Davis, Chenault, and Tate are the wide receivers. Man in motion, Jones with time. Fires across the middle, looking for Tate, but Tate drops the ball. Incomplete, brings up 4th and 4. So it's 3 and out for the Generals on their first offensive possession of the game, and they'll be forced to punt. We're going to see Bojorquez, who won the punting title in the WFL this season, a 50.7 yard average in the WFL in the punting department. He's going to be kicking away to, and we'll get the name in just a moment. Didn't have it written down. Renfro. Hunter Renfro will be the deep man for Tampa Bay. Renfro standing at about his own 26. But Jorquez gets away a booming kick, sends Renfro back inside his own 10, gets a decent return, finally brought down at the Tampa Bay 26. It'll be 1st and 10 from there, 13:51, no score. Tampa Bay Bandits with their first offensive possession, led out by Tom Brady. What has not been said about Brady this season? He won the passing competition, quarterback rating of 115.4, most touchdowns, 40. He is one of 3 finalists for the Offensive MVP Award that will be handed out at the Gridiron Awards the night before the Pantheon Bowl. So you have Brady at quarterback. Leonard Fournette is in at running back. Mike Davis is injured, will not see action for probably the next 2 weeks, out with a hamstring that he injured in last week's game against Houston. C.J. Ham will be the fullback. The wide receivers, Cooper Kupp, keep an eye on him. Calvin Ridley also at wide receiver. Tyler Higbee is the tight end. Left tackle, Tristan Wirfs, rookie tackle, made the All-Star team in his first season. Drew Samia is the left guard. Center will be Ryan Jensen. Right guard is John Feliciano, and at right tackle will be Robert Hunt. 1st and 10. They'll shift to a 3 wide receiver set now. Fournette still in at running back. Brady looking over the defense, calling out the signal. Play action to Fournette. Brady with time, looking deep to Kupp at midfield. Pass is complete. Callahan with the tackle. Ball's going to be at the midfield logo. They're going to put the ball right at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 Tampa Bay. A 24-yard pass completion on the Bandits' first play. Let's take a look at that New York defense. At defensive end, Josh Sweat. L.J. Collier at defensive tackle. Justin Ellis at the right defensive tackle. Chase Young, number 1 overall pick in the college player draft at right defensive end. 2 linebackers, Shaq Lawson on the left side and Alex Highsmith on the right side. Defensive backs, they'll use a nickel package here. Darius Williams, John Johnson III, Jonathan Jones, Chidobe Awuzie, and Bryce Callahan. That's your defensive lineup for New York. Brings up 1st and 10. I formation behind Brady. Fournette, the deep back. Fournette, handoff. He's going to go up the middle. Breaks into New York territory. Highsmith will pull him down at the 47. Gain of 3 yards. We mentioned for New York, one of their struggles was the passing game. A huge struggle for Tampa Bay has been the running game. They are dead last, 20th in the league. Running game only averages 85 yards per contest. It's something interim head coach Byron Leftwich says has to improve moving forward into the playoffs if they wish to advance. 3 wide receivers set now for Brady. He's going to move over into the pistol. On 2nd and 7 from the New York 47, just under 13 minutes left to play first quarter. Brady with time. Over the middle, completes the Kupp at the 35. Brought down by Callahan. It's enough for a first down, 15-yard gain. And Tampa Bay moving the ball down the field. Their first possession, they are at the New York 32. New York's defense, 14th ranked overall. They allow about an average of 369 yards per contest. In that first game back in week 2, Brady was a 24 of 32, 299 yards, and 3 touchdowns in that game at Yankee Stadium back on Monday Night Football, week 2. 1st and 10, Brady breaks the huddle. Fournette's the lone setback. Brady's going to move under center. Cup, Ridley, and McLaurin are the wide receivers. Play action to Fournette. Brady with time, looking deep. Oh, he's going to throw underneath the Fournette. Fournette's the check down, and he'll gain about 9 yards. He's a yard shy of the first down. They're going to mark him at the New York 23. 11:32 to go here. First quarter, no score. Tampa Bay getting ever so close to the red zone. Passing offense for Tampa Bay, they finished the season number 1 in the league, averaging 309 yards per game. Tampa Bay brings in the big boys on the offensive line. Tried to pick up a yard for the first down. Cup is in motion across the backfield. Fournette dives in across the right side, picks up the first down. Plenty enough yardage there, gain of 5 yards. 1st and 10 Tampa Bay. They are now inside the red zone. The ball will be marked at the New York 18. They'll shift to a 2 tight end, 1 running back format now. Fournette getting the majority of the calls here now. Again, they're regularly starting running back Mike Davis. Suffered a hamstring injury last week against Houston here and will be unavailable for the next 2 weeks. 1st and 10 from the New York 18. Brady back to pass. Screen over to Fournette, but it's a little bit too much in front of him there. Incomplete. Chase Young was also coming around that left side there, looking to make contact with Brady. Tampa Bay in their red uniforms, black numbers, and silver helmets. They are moving right to left. Brings up 2nd and 10. Brady will move back into the shotgun. Brady, under pressure, finally pulled down by Sweat. Sweat gets away with a horse collar tackle, and Brad Allen and the official crew do not catch that. Brady definitely pulled down there by the neck. No penalty call there. Brings up 3rd and 17, and definitely a lot of the fans here at Raymond James Stadium are watching that replay, and they are in agreement that there should have been a horse collar tackle there. Brings up 3rd and 17 from the New York 25. 10 minutes, 2 seconds left to go, first quarter. Empty backfield behind Brady. Cup is the man in motion. Brady back to pass with time, looking for Ridley, but it's incomplete. I'm sorry, Renfro. Renfro is the intended receiver. So Brady and company will go back to the sideline there, unable to provide 6 points on this first possession. And it will be Sanders who will trot out to try to score the game's first points. Jason Sanders, 24 of 24 on field goals. Has not missed a field goal this season. This one will be from about 42, 43 yards. Snap, kick, hold is good. Officially 42 yards. And Tampa Bay takes the first lead with 9 minutes, 22 seconds to go. 9-play, 49-yard drive, resulting in the Sanders 42-yard field goal. So these two opponents are familiar with each other. In fact, New York's last playoff game was against Tampa Bay. Back in 2018, New York lost the Eastern Divisional Playoff to Tampa Bay. Postseason, the Generals are 6-8. This is their 15th playoff game appearance. They've been in one Pantheon Bowl. That was back in 2016. They lost to the Portland Storm during that game. Sanders tees the ball up. check the teammates to make sure they're ready. And here comes the kickoff. Another short kickoff. Olszewski takes it at zone 5. Finally tackled at the 22. Tampa Bay, one of the charter teams of the WFL. They've been around since the league was founded in 1978. Their overall record in playoff games, 17-15. And after defeating the Generals in the divisional playoff game in 2018, they lost the Eastern Conference Championship to Toronto here at Raymond James Stadium. Tampa Bay's only league championship victory, you got to go back almost 40 years ago, 1982, when they defeated Chicago at the Houston Astrodome. That's how long it's been for these long-suffering Tampa Bay fans. So after the kick return, ball will be placed in the New York 22. 9:13 left to go. New York went 3 and out on their first possession. They trail 3-0 to Tampa Bay. Daniel Jones in at quarterback. 2 tight ends set. 1 running back behind him, which is Le'Veon Bell. Back to pass. Jones flicks it over to Bell on a screen. And Bell will pick up about a few yards. Give him 3 yards. Kendricks with the stop at the 25. First-year head coach Robert Saleh brought this team back from a 2-12 performance last season. They did not make the they had the worst record. Got the number 1 draft pick. They pick up Chase Young, and they improve to the record that they have this year, 7-7, and qualified for the playoffs. So Robert Saleh, deserving of some recognition for those efforts there. Brings up 2nd and 7 for New York. Jones moves back to the pistol. 3 wide receivers set for New York. Jones in trouble, leaves the pocket. There's a fumble. And I think Tampa Bay just recovered it. And looks like on the replay, Barrett knocked the ball out. Jones was not protecting the ball really well there. Barrett knocks the ball out, and Tampa Bay gets the ball at the New York 26. Oh boy, oh boy. And I'm sure Jones is going to hear it as he returns to the sidelines there for New York. It's Tampa Bay ball at the New York 26. They lead 3-0, looking to add some more points here. I formation behind Brady. Fournette is the deep back. Fournette will get the handoff. He's going to go off tackle left. He gets inside the 25. Hammered by Williams at about the 23. Gain of 3 yards. Byron Leftwich, if you haven't been following the WFL, is the interim head coach. He still is the offensive coordinator. Urban Meyer let go Thanksgiving week because of various off-the-field issues and some issues with the players. So Byron Leftwich guided this team to a number 4 seed, finishing 2nd in the Southern Division and hosting a home playoff game. First playoff appearance in 4 years. They'll go to a 2 tight end formation now. Ham and Higbee are the tight ends. 7:40 to go, and before Brady can get the ball snapped, there is a flag. And we'll get to hear from Brad Allen, the referee. False start on Feliciano. Will move the ball back 5 yards to the New York 28. It'll bring up 2nd and 12 for the Bandits. So some changes in personnel. 3 wide receivers set now for Tampa Bay. Brady from the pistol, back to pass, looking deep, completes it to McLaurin inside the 10, to the 5, touchdown Bandits. And that's the way Brady and company have been playing these last couple of weeks, is to throw it long, to try to challenge the defensive secondaries. Let's take a look at that play again. Perfect protection. He's got McLaurin there inside the 10. Cornerback way off of him there. And the Bandits are going to open up double-digit lead here. Sanders is on for the point after. It's good. Tampa Bay 10, New York nothing. They take advantage of a Daniel Jones turnover. And just 2 plays, 26 yards later, it's a Brady 28-yard touchdown pass to McLaurin. So Sanders sets to kick it off again. New York, 3 and out their first possession. Daniel Jones then fumbled the ball away on their second possession. Ozulski gets a decent return, but there is a flag on the play, and this looks like it's going to be an illegal block on the Generals, so this one will be sent back to the New York 11. So poor starting field position seems to be the story so far for the Generals. And a real test now for Daniel Jones. I formation behind Jones. Bell will be the deep back. Off tackle right goes Bell. He's close to the first down. Brought down by Ebucam, and they're going to give him 10 yards. That is a first down. So that will be the first down for the Generals in this contest. They're going to move the chains. 7:18 left to go here in the first quarter. Bandits lead at 10-0 here in the Eastern Wildcard playoff. Have more action for you later. We'll go over the schedule with you in just a little bit. Bell comes out of the game and will be replaced by Pirine. Samaje Pirine into the game. Number 34 will get the handoff. He's going to go off tackle left. And I don't think he got anywhere on that one. James Robinson with the wrist injury, not expected to play today. Again, it's really kind of hard to find a team in the playoffs, any of these 12 teams that qualified for the playoff tournament, to find any that don't have significant injuries. And both teams in the running back position both hit at that position. So it brings up 2nd and 10. Bell comes back into the game. Jones moves to the shotgun. Jones calling out the signals. Back to pass with time. Completes it to Davis at the 25. Moore drills him. Davis holds on. It's a gain of 6 yards. Brings up 3rd and 4. Jones on the year, 259, 412 attempts, 2,508 yards, just 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. The passing has not been good. Coach Sala indicated in the press conference leading up to the game this week that it's got to get better. They'll empty out the backfield and also protection of the quarterback, which we'll get into later as well. Jones calling out the signal, man in motion, with time. And this one's batted in the air. Looks like Jordan got a hold of that one. And it'll be punting situation once again for the New York Generals. So far, Daniel Jones, 2 for 5 for just 9 yards passing. And we'll see Bojorquez in to punt. Renfro back deep, standing at about his own 32. Bojorquez gets off a good deep punt. Renfro backpedals to his own 15. And the return nets him to about the Tampa Bay 29. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and it has been all Tampa Bay so far. We mentioned Tom Brady. We also have to highlight some of the wide receivers. Cooper Kupp, 1,000-yard receiver, 10 touchdowns. Calvin Ridley, who was an all-star selection, 1,109 yards receiving, 14 touchdowns. So definitely an offense built for the passing game this season, taking advantage of Brady's arm and the talented wide receivers that Tampa Bay has. Fournette, the deep back in the I formation. Tampa leads it 10-0. Early going here, first quarter. He'll get the handoff. He's going to off-tackle right, spin to the end. Sweat gets him at the 33. So gain of 4 yards brings up 2nd and 6. They'll stay in the I formation. Fournette, 4 carries, just 15 yards on the day so far. Again, Tampa Bay struggles with the running game. Pitch right to Fournette. He's going to lose yards on this one as Highsmith trips him up. It's fortunate they'll mark him at the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 6. 4:18 left to go here in the first quarter. And Tampa Bay faces 3rd down. Empty backfield behind Brady. Brady will move into the shotgun. And there's some confusion on the defense there. New York's going to call a timeout. So timeout in New York. 4:07 left to go here in the first quarter. Just a reminder, this is just the first of 4 games in our wild card round. After we complete this game, our next game, go to the Western Conference. We have the number 6 seed Chicago Fire taking on the 3 seed Memphis Express. That'll complete the Saturday games. And then, of course, tomorrow, Sunday, December 19th, we'll start early. We'll have the Philadelphia Blitz, who qualified for the playoffs on the last day of the regular season last week. They traveled to London. They'll be at Wembley, taking on the London Knights. And then Sunday, wildcard round comes to an end with the Detroit Wheels paying a visit to the Oakland Invaders. So Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes should be a great game, rounding up wildcard weekend. All right, so the timeout is over. New York's defense has thought it out what they want to do here. Brady brings them back to the line of scrimmage. Need to get to the Tampa Bay 39 for the first down. Brady has time. Back to pass. Completes to Kupp. He's got the first down at the 40-yard line. Spun down by Callahan at the Tampa Bay 44. So it is a first down. Completion of 11 yards. Brady, 5 of 7. 87 yards on the day. And this will be the first time that we see running back Corey Clement. So Corey Clement in to give Leonard Fournette a breather. 3:59 to go here first quarter. Clement in the I formation. Sweeps left. Has some room near midfield. Chase Young brings him down at the Tampa Bay 49. So gain of 5 yards for Corey Clement. He'll see a lot of playing time now with the injury to Mike Davis. Brings up 2nd and 5. Fournette back in the game now. Brady moves to the shotgun. Brady from the pocket looking for Kupp. And that was deflected by Lawson. Lawson and Callahan were both there, so a little bit coverage there by some white jerseys. Brings up 3rd and 5. 2.5 minutes to go here. First quarter. Tampa Bay out to a 10-0 lead on the New York Generals. Empty backfield behind Brady. Higbee's going to move to the slot. Brady over the middle to Higbee. Higbee's got the first down. Jones with the stop at the New York 44. 2.5 minutes to go before the end of the first quarter. Fournette back into the game. Tampa Bay still going with the 3 wide receiver formation. Play action to Fournette. Brady's going to look to throw it long. Oh, he's got to check underneath to Fournette. That's like the second time he's had to check down to the running back. Highsmith brings him down. So just a gain of 1 yard. 2nd and 9 from the New York 43. Brady was looking to chuck that one long downfield, but had to check down to Fournette. Brady moves back to the pistol. He's telling players where to line up now. Brady back to pass. There's a flag on the play. Pass is incomplete. And this one's even going to come back for Tampa Bay. So holding on the rookie left tackle Tristan Wirfs. Moves him back 10 yards. Ball be placed at the Tampa Bay 47. 65 seconds left to go here. First quarter. 2nd and 19. Brady from the gun, looking, tries to check down to Fournette, but they're not on the same page. I think Young may have gotten a forearm. It may have glanced his forearm on that play. So it brings up 3rd and 19 for the Bandits. And first real situation where they've struggled a little bit trying to move the chains today. Empty backfield behind Brady. Kupp is the man in motion. Brady with time. Flings it out to Ridley on the right side. He's at the 40. Tackled by Williams. It'll bring up 4th and 5. And Brady's looking over at Leftwich. Leftwich says stay out there. Tampa Bay's going to go for it on 4th and 5. Now, clock is running down. There are 52 seconds left in the quarter. Plenty of time to run a play. New York has already used a timeout here. Brady calling out the signal. They're going to go for it. Back to pass to McLaurin. It's complete. Has the first down. Brought down by a Woozy. A gain of 6 yards. So they'll mark the ball at the New York 33. And time will expire as quarter number 1 comes to a conclusion. So Tampa Bay off to a tremendous start in this contest, lead it 10-0, and will retain possession as we move into the second quarter. So we mentioned some of the other games a little bit earlier. Here's a look at our playoff tree or our playoff bracket. As you can see there's the New York-Tampa Bay game. Toronto and Orlando are waiting in the wings. They get the bye week. They won their respective divisions. Orlando was the first team. They won the Southern Division about a month ago. Toronto just clinched the Metropolitan Division at the end of the regular season last week. So both of those teams are waiting on winners. Won't conclusively know who the winner of today's game will play until the conclusion of the Philadelphia-London game tomorrow. And then as you see in the Western Conference, St. Louis, the winners of the Central Division. That was confirmed last week. And Las Vegas, the title holders of the Pacific Division. So those 4 teams, they get a bye, they get a break. Some players get to rest and recover, and they get to watch some football this weekend. and find out who they're playing. And baseball fans, hope you got a chance to watch our California Angels Boston Red Sox replay the other day, earlier this week. Angels with an amazing game. Really good American League pennant race going on as we move into late August 1967. We'll continue to follow the Red Sox. They go to Chicago. They go to the South Side, take on the White Sox at Comiskey Park. So, of course, you get all of these games by subscribing to the channel. Replay Sports Channel, that's the information there. Subscribe that way. You can either watch the game live or you can stream it whenever you like. So, again, I'm Glenn Walker. I'm the host of the Replay Sports Channel. I enjoy broadcasting these games to you. Would love your comments. I appreciate the comments and suggestions that have been coming in so far. And pull up a chair, pop open a cold one. Let's enjoy some sports. All right, so we talked first quarter statistics. It's been all Tampa Bay. Only 26 total yards for New York, 1 first down. Already a turnover for the Generals, and of course time of possession. Tampa Bay over 10 minutes. New York just 4. So when we last left our teams here, Tampa Bay converted and got a fresh set of downs. So the ball is now at the New York 33. They lead it 10-0. It's 1st and 10. Tampa Bay, they're moving right to left across your screen. Fournette in the game at running back. Tampa Bay lines up I formation. Pitch right to Fournette. Gets to about the 29 where he's blasted by Lawson. So it'll be a gain of 4 yards for Fournette. Brings up 2nd and 6. Quarter 2 now underway. Halftime, hopefully we'll get an opportunity to talk to you about the other 3 games in our Wildcard slate of games coming up. Some things to look for as you watch those games if you're not familiar with our World Football League. Clement comes into the game now. He'll line up in the I formation. 2nd and 6, ball at the New York 29. Brady transfers the ball to Clement. He gets close to the 25. Lawson again with the tackle. Another pickup of 4 yards. And it'll bring up 3rd and 2 for Tampa Bay. Ball's at the New York 25. Brady will empty out the backfield. Brady from the pistol, calling out the signals. Back to pass, has time. Oh, he was looking for Ridley and Lawson. Lawson's just been everywhere these last 3 plays. He deflects the pass, causing the incompletion. So the Bandits, 12 plays, 46 yards, eating up 6.5 minutes, are going to have to settle for a field goal, looks like here. This time there's no question between Leftwich and Brady. Brady's going to come back to the sideline. Jason Sanders, again, perfect 25 of 25 in the field goal department this season. Looks like this one again is going to be from about 42 yards, where his previous kick was. And it's good. Perfecto. Tampa Bay leads it 13-0. They have a 2-score lead over the New York Generals, and the Generals are struggling. They've gained only 26 yards in total offense. Now behind Daniel Jones is Gardner Minshew, and we've seen Minshew come in certain games this season, and one of the things that we'll have to consider, or New York fans will have to consider, is will Minshew be brought in if this continues to get out of hand for the Generals? If Jones continues to struggle at the quarterback spot, will there be consideration for Minshew to come in? So, Minshew mania. Hold that thought. Sanders tees up the ball to kick off to the Generals. Olszewski back to kick. He's going to be the return specialist of the year. He'll pick up his Gridiron Award the Saturday night before the Pantheon Bowl. And he's going to wisely let this ball go out of the end zone. That's what makes him special. Again, Ozulski will be the one of the return specialist award recipients. We'll talk more about the Gridiron Awards as we get a little bit closer to that. So another offensive possession for New York. They start at their own 20. They've been dealing with poor field position the entire game so far. Le'Veon Bell in at running back. They'll work from the I formation. Off tackle left, Bell picks up a couple. Cameron Jordan with a stop at the 22-yard line. Running is probably the best part of New York's offense going for them. Before getting injured, James Robinson, 190 carries, 751 yards, 9 touchdowns. Again, he is out with a wrist injury. Not expected to be back this week. They're hoping, if they can progress into the divisional round, that Robinson will be available. Bell's now the lone setback. Again, Bell sat out that season with San Antonio, and then San Antonio allowed Bell to strike a deal with New York. Jones back to pass, screen over to Bell, and wow, I mean, Ebukam was there in a flash. Loss of 3 yards brings up 3rd and 11. Ebukam was reading the mail there. He knew what was going to happen before it happened. Brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 11. They need to get to the 30-yard line to pick up the first down. Jones, only 3 of 6 for 6 yards so far. If you're head coach Robert Saleh, you got to at least be thanking Minshew. Jones in trouble. He's got to force to flee from the pocket. Ndamukong Suh brings him down. Just a 1-yard gain. So another 3 and out for New York. And the assorted New York fans that made it to the game down here in Tampa are letting their feelings know as the New York offense returns to the sidelines. And Bajorquez, who's getting a real good workout on that leg, comes out to punt once again to Renfro. Renfro standing at about his own 40. Gets a good return. He's finally brought down at the Tampa Bay 45. 11:18 to go here until halftime. Tampa Bay is in control. They lead it 13-0. Offense comes back out to get things started. Defensively, Tampa Bay, they're in the top 10. 7th overall, 7th against the run, 6th against the pass. That was a difficulty that New York coach Robert Saleh said was going to be an issue that they'd have to deal with. But they had played them before, so they knew what to expect coming in. Fournette in at running back. They'll go I formation once again. Bandits averaging 3.5 yards per carry so far today. Fournette will get the handoff, and he is met in the backfield by Sweat. It's a 1-yard loss and brings up 2nd and 11. Brady back in the pistol, calling out the signals. Back to pass with time. Short pass over the tight end, Higbee. Higbee's going to take off. 40, 30, 20. Finally, the touchdown-saving tackle made by Jones at the New York 3-yard line. The tight end, Tyler Higbee, with a 53-yard pass reception, and it's 1st and goal, Tampa Bay. Let's take a look at that play again. Higbee on the left side, does his blocking, then waits. Brady with a nice little soft toss over there, and then it's off to the races. That man's not a tight end. That guy's a wide receiver at that point. 1st and goal from the New York 3. Big boy formation for the Bandits. Fournette the deep back. Ham is at fullback. Man in motion. Fournette up the middle. Muscles his way in. Touchdown. Leonard Fournette. And Tampa Bay is beginning to pull away in this one. Just great play by that offensive line. And Fournette muscles his way past the goal line. Sanders is on to complete the point after attempt. And Tampa Bay leads by 20-0 over New York. Oh boy, oh boy. And I know Coach Sala is a rookie head coach in this league. But the Generals have got to find a way to stop this Tampa Bay offensive juggernaut right now. $9:38 left to go until halftime. Tampa Bay in solid control here at Raymond James Stadium. Eastern Conference Wildcard game. Ozulski back to return. He's going to let this one go back for a touchback. New York ball. And let's take a look so far at possessions by New York. First possession, 3 plays, 6 yards, and a punt. Second possession, 2 plays, 4 yards, Daniel Jones fumble. Third possession, 4 plays, 16 yards, punt. And then just recently, 3 plays, 0 yards, punt for the Generals. So they'll be starting once again from the 20. Bell is the deep back. He'll get the handoff up the middle. Gets to about the 22. Barrett with the stop there. Gain of 2 yards. Bell, 4 carries, 20 yards so far. Bell will be replaced by Samaje Perine. Looks like New York's trying to establish the run. Perine tries to go up the middle, and Bosa meets him at the line of scrimmage. No gain, bringing up 3rd and 8. That Tampa defense is forcing Daniel Jones to have to throw the ball, which is not an area of strength for New York. So Jones lining up in the pistol. Empty backfield. Back to pass. In trouble. He's going to take off again. Jones running with it. Finally picks up the first down. He gains 9 yards. Tackled by Whitehead at the 31. It's kind of dangerous running there. You might want to consider sliding to prevent the hits there. But they do pick up the first down. That's just their second first down of the game. Comes with 8 minutes and 9 seconds left in the second quarter. The Generals trail by 20 points. Bell back into the game. Pitch right to Bell. Looking for room. Past the 30, into the 40, into midfield, into Tampa Bay territory. Finally knocked out of bounds at the Tampa Bay 39 by Diggs. It's the best run for any running back today. 30-yard gain by Bell puts them into Tampa Bay territory for the first time, just past the halfway point of the second quarter. We'll take a look at that play again. It's probably the only highlight we have for New York so far today. And Bell turns that corner, and he's into 4th gear. Bell's the lone setback. Jones under center at quarterback. Jones, play action, back to pass with time. Oh, he was looking for Chenault, but incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from the Tampa Bay 39. Jones. Oh, there's a mix-up in the play. I think there's supposed to be a handoff to Bell. And Jones will be marked down 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. There was supposed to be a handoff there because he looked to offer the ball to Bell, but Bell was going another way. Oh, a little bit of football follies here for New York. They'll bring up 3rd and 12 with 6:25 to go here in the first half. Generals need to come away with some points here. Jones back in the pistol with time. Pressure coming. Has to force the ball to go. He was looking for Crowder, but it was nowhere near Crowder. It was in Crowder's direction, but the ball falls to the turf well short of Crowder. Brings up 4th and 12, and we're going to see, for the first time, Mr. Jason Myers attempt a field goal. His longest of the season so far has been from 61 yards. This one looks to be from about 56, 57. This one's going to drift to the right. 58-yard attempt by Myers is no good. So Tampa Bay gets the ball with 5.5 minutes left at their own 48-yard line. So best drive of the day for the Generals, and they failed to get points. Fournette's the lone setback. 2 tight end formation for Tampa Bay. They are in control of this game. 20-0 lead. With just over 5 minutes to go until halftime. Play action to Fournette. Brady with time. Completes it to Ridley. And he'll be knocked out of bounds at the New York 47. Brady also took a hit on that play. We're going to try to watch the replay of that one to see. Couldn't see the player that knocked him down, but Brady was pulling himself up off the turf after that play. Kind of have a feeling there's going to be a sense of frustration on behalf of the Generals being down 20-0. So the referee and the officials will really need to kind of keep a close eye on this one. Brings up 2nd and 5. Fournette the lone setback. He'll get the handoff, go left side of the line, pickup of about 1 yard. They'll make it 3rd and 4 from the New York 46. Just under 5 minutes left to play here in the second quarter of the Eastern Conference Wildcard playoff game. Brady for the day, 11 of 16, 173 yards. Brady from the gun, back to pass with time. Completes it over the middle to Cup at the 40. Tackled by Callahan. It'll be 1st and 10 from the New York 38. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Fournette, deep back in the I formation. Fournette will get the handoff. He's to the 35. Brought down by Callahan at the 31, a gain of 7 yards. Fournette on the day, 10 carries, 29 yards. Also has 2 receptions for 10 yards. 3:31 left in the first half. 2 tight end formation in for Tampa Bay. Brady, back to pass. There's a penalty flag on the play. Pass is incomplete. And also there's holding. Holding called on Hunt. Offensive lineman. They're going to move the ball back 10 yards. So it's 2:58 left to go before halftime. Ball will be placed at the New York 41. 2nd and 13 now, facing Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has been penalized 3 times for 25 yards. New York 1 time for 11. Brady, back to pass, completes to Cup at the 30. And he's going to be close to the first down. I thought he got it by the nose of the ball, but the referee, Brad Allen, says he's short. So 3rd and inches. And Leonard Fournette into the game now. Try to pick this first down up and probably take us to the 2-minute warning. Man in motion. Fournette, right side of the line, picked up the first down and plenty more. Lawson couldn't hang on to him. Lawson had him at the line and then couldn't hang on. Williams finally tackles him at the New York 17. Tampa Bay will not run another play. That'll bring up the 2-minute warning. So ball will be placed at the New York 17. It's 1st and 10, Tampa Bay, 2-minute warning. Don't forget at halftime we'll go over the first half statistics, and we'll provide a little bit of a preview for you of the games that will be coming up in the Wildcard round of the playoffs. It's officially postseason for WFL 2021. 1st and 10 from the New York 17. Tampa Bay has all 3 of their timeouts left. New York has 2. Brady's going to empty out the backfield. Cup, Ridley, McLaurin are the wide receivers. Brady back to pass. Completes it to McLaurin at the 10. Immediately brought down by Awuzie. It's a gain of 7 yards. Brings up 2nd and 3. Bandits in no hurry to run a play. Higbee moves over to the slot formation from the 10-yard line. Brady in trouble, and he's going to be brought down by Chase Young. Chase Young said the week before this game, I want Brady. He said that in no uncertain terms he wanted Brady, and he gets the sack of Tom Brady. Brings up 3rd and 7, and Brady's going to call a timeout here. He'll want to discuss options with interim head coach Byron Leftwich and decide what they want to do. Yes, Chase Young thought, some people thought very brash, the statement that he made that he wanted Brady. And some people said he's going to get Brady, and we've seen that definitely so far today. So it brings up 3rd and 7, balls at the New York 14, minute 24 to go here until halftime. Brady from the gun, man in motion, back to pass, has time. Gonna flip a short pass to Cup. Cup to the 15, the 10. Finally spun down by Callahan at the 7. That's going to be good enough for a first down. 1st and goal, Tampa Bay. Minute 19 left to go. Again, no hurry on Tampa Bay's part. Brady calmly calling out the signals. Back to pass. Fires. Look, oh, we almost had McLaurin across the middle, and he drops the ball. Lawson was there as well. Clock will stop with 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Oh, it was right there in the middle of the Bandits logo, and he dropped the ball. Fournette's going to come in now. Higbee will move to slot formation. Brady back to pass. He's got time. Ball's deflected in the end zone, and it's picked off. It is picked off. Alex Highsmith, linebacker, gets an interception for New York. And what a play for the Generals. They stop Tampa Bay from going up by 4 scores with 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Man, oh man. What a play by that New York defense. They had to come up with a big play, and boy, did they ever. So we're going to see Daniel Jones try to operate here with just 50 seconds left and 2 timeouts. Needs to get down the field quickly. The tight end Thomas is going to move to a slot formation. Empty backfield behind Jones. Jones completes it to Chenault near the 30. He's at the 40. He's at midfield. He's inside Tampa Bay territory. Finally brought down by Whitehead at the 37. There's going to be a timeout called. But what a play there. Chenault shook the man that he was covering him and then gets into Tampa Bay territory. It's a 43-yard gain. New York used their timeout. Stops the clock with 35 seconds. New York wants to get on the board. Tampa Bay will receive the second half kickoff. Four wide receivers set for New York. Jones back to pass. This one's batted away at the line. Cameron Jordan with the tip. I think that's about his second tip of the afternoon. Brings up 2nd and 10. New York is in field goal possession, but boy, would they love to have 6 here. Boy, you just see that sideline there for New York is just energized. That play by Highsmith just really energized the visiting team there. And if they could come away with a score here, that team's going to definitely be in a better place than what they were not even 5 minutes ago. 30 seconds left, 2nd and 10. Ball at the Tampa Bay 37. Generals have 1 timeout remaining. Jones from the gun. Looking. Intended for Davis, but it's tipped by Moore. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 10. 26 seconds left to go before halftime. Jones approaches the line. Man in motion. He's going to have to drift over to the right side. Finds a taker in Tate. But he only gains 3 yards. 3-yard gain for Golden Tate. It'll bring up 4th and 7. And timeout called by New York with 21 seconds left. And they will attempt a field goal here. So Jason Myers on the season, 32 of 37 in field goals. Missed one earlier from 58. This one will be from 52. The snap, the kick, it is good. They'll give him credit for a 51-yard field goal, but New York is on the scoreboard. They trail by 17 now with 16 seconds left to go before halftime. Little squib kick by Myers, but the unintended consequences, the ball goes out of bounds. So the ball goes to the 40-yard line. And if you're someone like Tom Brady, you get the ball near midfield. You got 2 timeouts left. Do you entertain a play here to try to extend the lead? So don't see a victory formation here, like kneeling down the ball like you would to run out the clock here. Brady moves to the pistol formation. They want to extend that lead. Playoffs. They don't want the opponent to have life or be left kicking around here. Empty backfield behind Brady. He's back to pass. Sacked immediately by Clark. That's the second or third sack of Brady. Third sack of Brady on the afternoon. And I think that's going to end any talk about the Bandits trying to go for a big play here. So they're already going to go ahead and line up in the formation here. Brady's going to kneel down, and that's going to do it. So both teams head to their respective dressing rooms. Tampa Bay will get the ball to start the second half, but wow. Interesting first half. Tampa Bay jumps out to a 20-0 lead. The Generals do get some points. They get a field goal. It's a 17-point ball game. as we'll head into the second half. So a lot to bring you up to here at halftime. Make sure to stay tuned. All right. Halftime is coming to an end. So here, a look at the first half statistics. Again, Tampa Bay dominating, but saw a glimmer of hope if you're a New York Generals fan as they got a key interception there by Alex Highsmith in the end zone and were able to put 3 points on the board before halftime. So again, coming up, we have 3 more games in the Wildcard round of the playoffs. After this game here, we're going to have the Chicago Fire at the Memphis Express. Chicago is the 6th seed coming into this year's playoffs. They started horribly. They lost a bunch of games early in the season. They made the switch. Nick Saban makes the switch at quarterback, benching Kyler Murray, going with the veteran Cam Newton, and it paid off. They win 5 games in a row to help them qualify for the playoffs. They'll be taking on the Memphis Express. Memphis, formerly the San Diego Fleet, under head coach Mike Vrabel. They are the 3 seed from the Central Division. These two teams saw each other twice during the season, so they're very familiar with each other. So that'll be the game later today on our Saturday matchup. Philadelphia at London. Philadelphia, probably one of the longest tenured teams along with Tampa Bay. Philadelphia, having been in the league now since 1978. This is their 26th postseason appearance. Of all the current playoff teams, they're the ones who've been in the playoffs the most. And also they're tied for second for most titles. So they have won the league championship or Pantheon Bowl 5 times. They're going to be in London tomorrow morning taking on the Knights. And of course, the story of the London Knights, such a talented team during the regular season, but when it comes to postseason, the wheels come off the bus. In their last 6 postseason games, they are 0-6. So interesting to see if that trend continues or if they can pull off a win at Wembley. Then, of course, the end of the Wildcard games, we got Detroit at Oakland. That could possibly be the last game at the Oakland Coliseum. There's not going to be a new stadium for the Oakland Invaders. They are talking about moving the team, so it could be the last game for them. That's going to be a great quarterback matchup between Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. So those games will be coming up. And then, of course, we have our division winners waiting to find out who they're going to be playing. So they're sitting at home, resting up, watching tape, getting ready for whomever they're going to play. So on Saturday, we know it's going to be the Toronto Hitmen on Christmas Day, and then the Las Vegas Outlaws in the late game. Then on Sunday, the 26th, that should say, it'll be the Orlando Apollos in the early game and the St. Louis Stars playing in the later game. So that's pretty much a recap on where we're at as far as postseason play. We're going to go back to our game here. New York will be kicking off to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay 20-3 lead over New York. And this will be a short kickoff to Harris. Harris takes it from his old goal line. And this one's also going to come back. There was an illegal block on Tampa Bay. So the ball will be placed at the Tampa Bay 8. That's probably their worst starting field position of the game. So Tom Brady comes back out to lead the team. Great first half for him, Brady. 15 of 22, 208 yards, 1 touchdown. Did have the 1 interception toward the end. Leonard Fournette filling in nicely, 11 carries for 40 yards. Fournette in at running back. Ball set at the Tampa Bay 8. Fournette gets the run, gains 6 yards. Moves the ball to the Tampa Bay 14. Adjustments made at halftime. New York hoping to improve the defense, try to force more turnovers, force more sacks of Brady. They got to him 3 times in the first half. Clement now in the game. Brady transfers the ball to Clement. He's close to a first down. Sweat brings him down at the 19. It is a first down, so a 5-yard gain. Moves the ball to the Tampa Bay 19. First down, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay getting more and more favorable to the running game. They've already run the ball 15 times for 60 yards in this game. Brady goes to the 3 wide receiver set now. Fournette the lone setback. Play action. Brady back to pass. Completes to Ridley at the 30. He's got a first down. Williams pulls him down at the Tampa Bay 32. They'll stay with that 3 wide receiver set. Cup with 6 receptions leads Tampa Bay wide receivers. Pass over to McLaurin. Tackled by Woozy, so it's gain of 4 on the play, brings up 2nd and 6. Ball will be placed at the Tampa Bay 36. Brady mixing up the passes and the runs so far very well. Brady from the gun. Fires over the middle to McLaurin. He's got the first down. There's a flag on the play. And as it stands, Tampa Bay has the first down. So it will be offsides on the defense. Montez Sweat jumped offsides. Tampa Bay will decline the penalty and take the gain. So ball be placed at the Tampa Bay 45. 11:54 to go here, third quarter. Tampa Bay leads at 20-3. A win here, and then wait and see the winner between Philadelphia and London tomorrow to decide if they're going to Toronto on Christmas Day or if they go down I-4 to take on Orlando. Interesting prospect ahead. Clement into the game now at running back. Clement gets the handoff. He's near midfield. He's inside New York territory. Gets a gain of 10 yards. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay. They pick up another first down. 16 on the day for the Bandits. Clement will stay in at running back. 4 carries, 24 yards for him so far on the day. Seeing some extended playing time because of the situation with running back Mike Davis. Clement off tackle left, gains about a yard. Ellis with the stop there at the New York 44, brings up 2nd and 9. Tampa Bay with the opening possession of the third quarter. Brady from the gun, standing on the midfield logo, back to pass, completes to Cup at the 30. Callahan brings him down at the New York 29, so a gain of 15. Brady now 19 of 26 for 249 yards. Higbee moves to the slot position. Fournette in at running back. Brady with time. Completes it to Higbee at the 25. Finally pushed out of bounds near the 20. Gain of 9 yards. Brady, 20 of 27 for 258 yards. We're under 10 minutes to go here. And Tampa Bay getting ready to run their 10th play of this opening possession of the second half. Clement back into the game at running back. Pitch right to Clement, looking for a hole. At the 20, gets to the 15, finally shoved out of bounds by Lawson. At the New York 13, another first down, gain of 7 yards for Tampa Bay. And New York's defense does not have an answer. Tampa Bay is just allowed to march down the field here. A lot of tired New York General players, hands on hips, breathing heavily. Fournette back into the game. I formation behind Tom Brady. Fournette up the middle. Tries to get to about the 10-yard line. Sweat will stop him at the 9. Gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6. Fournette will stay in there. 13 carries, 50 yards on the day. Fournette off tackle left. Young tackles him at the 7. Gain of 2 yards brings up 3rd and 4. We're almost at the halfway point of the third quarter, And Tampa Bay has had the football for just over 7 minutes of the third quarter. Daniel Jones and the Generals offense have yet to see the field here in the second half. 3rd and 4. Tampa Bay on the night, 5 of 8 on third down conversions. Fournette will stay in at running back. Brady will line up in the gun. 3 wide receivers set. Brady, with time, completes it to McLaurin at the 2. Bounces into the touchdown. Touchdown, Bandits. And what a drive by Tampa Bay. 13 plays, 92 yards. Remember, they had the penalty on the kick return that moved them back to their own 8-yard line. Consumed almost 8 minutes. And here's another look at that touchdown pass. Protection's looking good. And then the touchdown pass to McLaurin. Sanders, point after attempt's good. Tampa Bay leads at 27-3. 27-3, Tampa Bay. Sanders prepares to kick off to Olszewski. Olszewski's going to take it a couple yards deep in his own end zone, but he's going to bring it out. Finally brought down at the 21. So 6:53 to go here in the third quarter. Daniel Jones and the New York offense finally get to see the field outside of the sidelines. Bell lines up at running back behind Jones. Play action to Bell. Back to pass. Completes it to Chenault at the 30. He's got a first down. Finally spun down by Whitehead. So a 13-yard gain on the play. Ball will be marked at the New York 34. Jones will move to the pistol this time. With the score line the way it is, New York's going to have to be forced to throw here. Pass complete to Crowder near the 40. They're going to mark him at the 39. Brings up 2nd and 5. Just over 6 minutes left to go here, third quarter. New York sticking with a 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 running back formation. Thomas moves into the slot formation. Jones, quick release over to Thomas at the 45. Gets the first down. Diggs pulls him down. It's a gain of 6. Ball will be placed at the New York 45. 5.5 left to go, third quarter. Jones from the gun. It's going to hand off right to Bell. Bell looking for a hole, and there's just nothing there. Bosa with the tackle at the line. Bell so far on the day, 6 carries for 50 yards. Brings up 2nd and 10. Jones from the pistol. Completes a pass to Thomas. Thomas finally brought down at the Tampa Bay 42. First down, New York. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Offense is clicking. They had a lot of time to draw up some plays there as the third quarter began. Two tight end formation now for New York. Bell's going to be pretty much the feature back, it looks like here. He'll get the handoff up the middle. No gain. Bosa has a line on Bell tonight. Another tackle. Brings up 2nd and 10. Pistol formation now for Jones. Jones with time. Looking, completes to Davis at the 35. Moore brings him down. Ball be marked at the Tampa Bay 34, brings up 3rd and 2. New York has only converted 1 first down out of 6 attempts so far today. Empty backfield behind Jones. Man in motion. Jones, back to pass. Completes it to Davis at the 30. He's got the first down. Nailed by Moore at the Tampa Bay 27. Minute 50 to go here, 3rd quarter. New York looking for a touchdown here. Cannot settle for a field goal here. Bell back in the game at running back. Play action. Jones looking near sideline to Davis. Completes it at the 15. Moore hits him out of bounds at the Tampa Bay 12. First down. Gain of 15 yards. Davis, 4 catches for 36 yards today. Jones, 12 of 19, 119 yards. Two tight end formation back in for New York. Bell up the middle, but he's just met by a crowd of red shirts. And Ndamukong Suh there meets him at the 13. Loss of a yard. That'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 15 minutes left to go in New York season. They trail 27-3. And taking a look at the 3rd quarter statistics, Tampa Bay, look at that time of possession, 26 minutes, 41 seconds to New York's 18 minutes, 19 seconds. New York on a promising drive here, and it's got to be thinking 4-down territory here. Cannot settle for a field goal. 2nd and 11, balls at the Tampa Bay 13 as we start the 4th quarter. Jones shifts to the pistol formation. Bell is the lone setback. 3 wide receivers in. Jones with time. He's getting protection. Completes it over the middle to Davis. Davis to the 5-yard line. Tackled by Moore. They'll mark the ball back at the 6. They'll bring up 3rd and 4. They'll stay with that 3 wide receiver set. Man in motion to the near side. Jones completes it to Davis. He's got the first down, and he tumbles in over the end zone line for the touchdown. Touchdown, New York. And they get their first touchdown of the day. Jones makes that slant across the middle, and then just the force of the move there helps him tumble in over the goal line. Point after is blocked. Ndamukong Suh gets through the line to block it, and the Generals trail by 18 points with 14 minutes and 9 seconds left. They do get a touchdown, but the point after attempt by Myers is blocked. That's the fourth extra point attempt blocked, or missed, I should say, by New York this season. Would New York be thinking about onside kicks this early? Nope, they're going to kick this one straight down the middle. It'll go out of the end zone, touchback. Tampa Bay will start at their 20. A victory for Tampa Bay here would put them into the divisional playoff. First time that's happened to them since 2018. So the first time in 4 years that they, since they last made the playoffs. Of course, they lost the conference championship that year to Toronto. And they might end up seeing Toronto, depending on how things shake out tomorrow between Philadelphia Blitz, and the London Knights. So Tampa gets the ball. Again, they're in red uniforms, black numerals, silver helmets, moving right to left across your screen. Fournette in at running back. They go to the I formation. Fournette will get the handoff. He's met behind the line of scrimmage by Collier. There's no gain. They'll mark his progress there at the 20. Fournette now 15 carries, 52 yards. He's our game's leading rusher. Brady will move to the pistol formation. Fournette the lone setback. 3 wide receiver set. Back to pass. Completes it to Ridley near the 30. And Williams is going to tackle him 1 yard shy. He's going to stop him at the Tampa Bay 29. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. And they're not going to bring the short yardage crew out there. Usually on the short down yardage, they brought out the road graders, the big boys. But they're not going to do that this time. Looks like they're going to stay in that 3 wide receiver set. The play action to Fournette. Brady drifts to his right. Checks down to Fournette underneath. Fournette has some running room. Picks up the first down. So Fournette stopped by Highsmith at the 37, a gain of 8 yards. Brady fast approaching the 300-yard mark for today's game. He's 23 of 30, 282 yards. Tampa Bay gets a fresh set of downs. We're down to 12:41 here in the 4th quarter. Play action to Fournette. Brady looking deep. Completes it to Cup at the New York 40. Finally brought down by Callahan at the New York 32. That's the 8th catch for Cup tonight, and that play puts Tom Brady over 300 yards passing. We've got to take a look at that one again. Perfect play action. Fournette, Cup definitely had a few steps on his cover man. And Tampa Bay, they're not done. They definitely want to make sure that the coffin has been nailed shut. They don't want anybody coming back, a la the way London did a couple weeks ago. London attempted to try to come back, I should say, and came pretty close to doing so. Corey Clement into the game now at running back. Off tackle right. Has a hole. Gets to about the 30. I saw a flag there, but Brad Allen has a conversation with one of the side judge officials, and they pick up the flag, put it back in his pocket. So no flag. I think we've seen maybe 1 or 2 here in the second half, but it's pretty much been flag free. Anyway, Clement gained 3 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 7. Ball is at the New York 29. 11 minutes, 11 seconds left. Possibly that amount left in New York's season. Three wide receiver set for Brady and the Bandits. Brady drifts to his right, looking for Ridley, but broken up by Williams. Kind of a jump ball situation. They both went up for it. Williams breaks it up. Brings up 3rd and 7. Higbee moves to the slot. Brady has time. Throws down to Ridley at the 25. They'll mark him at the 24. Williams with the stop there. Not enough for the first down. 10:23 to go here. 4th quarter. And out will come Jason Sanders and the field goal kicking unit. Sanders has already made 2 field goals earlier today. This one will be from about 41 yards. It is good. Tampa Bay leads it 30-29. They have a 3-touchdown lead on the New York Generals. 9:46 left to go in the game. So the fans are getting into it here at Raymond James Stadium. The Tampa Bay Bandits, 21-point lead over the New York Generals. And guess who we see warming up on the sideline? Minshew Mania. Gardner Minshew is warming up. And that's going to do it for Daniel Jones. Ozulski will take it from a yard inside his own goal for the return. We've got a fumble. Ball pops out, and it's recovered by Tampa Bay. Wow. And that definitely pretty much puts an end to things there. I know there's still 9 minutes left in the game, but just the way the night has gone. Another turnover for New York. That's their second turnover of the night. Ozolski had the ball pop out. Kendricks with the recovery, and Tampa Bay offense back out on the field. Clements will start this series at running back, giving Leonard Fournette a bit of a breather. He'll get the carry and met at the line by Lawson. Regardless of the final score, you got to hand it to New York. They were 2-12 last year. And something interesting to note, I wanted to talk about here. Of the 6 teams, the 12 teams, 6 out of the 8 teams who missed the playoffs in 2020 last season, 6 of those 8 teams made it in 2021. And then vice versa, 6 out of the 12 teams who made the playoffs last season, they failed to qualify this year. So, with the draft and with free agency, how fast things can move. But again, the job that Robert Saleh and the New York Generals have done this year to turn around a 2-12 team, get to 500, get to 7-7, and make the playoffs is a good accomplishment. Still a lot of work to be done. A lot of questions about Daniel Jones, what they're going to do at quarterback. That still remains to be seen. So 2nd and 10 for Tampa Bay, as they're definitely thinking about divisional round next week. They can begin thinking about opponents, whether or not they're going to be in Toronto for Christmas Day or heading east on I-4 to take on their rivals, in-state rivals, the Orlando Apollos. 2 tight end formation now for Tom Brady. Has to be in the running, I would imagine, for player of the game. Back to pass. Short pass for Higbee. It's over his head. Closely guarded by Jones. It'll be incomplete. 8:58 left to go here in the game. He'll clear out the backfield here on 3rd and 10. Need to reach the New York 4 for the first down. Brady with time, looking for McLaurin, and that's nowhere near complete. So Woozy was there to cover, but the ball is incomplete. And Jason Sanders back out on the field again for another field goal attempt. This one from about 31 yards out. Good hold. Good kick. From 31 yards, Sanders makes it 33-9. 33-9 Tampa Bay with 8:49 left to go. Again, just a reminder, don't forget, other games in the first round or the wild card round of our playoffs. We've got the Chicago Fire visiting the Memphis Express. That'll be a kind of a rematch of 2 Central Division opponents. And then tomorrow, we got the Philadelphia Blitz visiting the London Knights, a Metropolitan Division rematch. And then the end of our wild card round, the Detroit Wheels at the Oakland Invaders. Just a great matchup there between Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. The other thing I noticed is All of these teams that we're seeing here play each other this weekend. They played each other at least once this season. So familiarity with them. They've seen each other. We've seen them play each other as well. So sometimes you don't get that when you come to playoff time. They haven't seen a particular team in the first round during the season of. So Sanders with a short kick. Azulski takes from his own 10 and finally gets it to the New York 33. As we mentioned, Gardner Minshew coming in replacement of Daniel Jones. Jones will finish the day 14 of 21 for 132 yards. Minshew will set up in the pistol formation. Bell is the lone setback. Penalty on the play. Minshew attempts to throw a screen, but it's knocked down at the line. And Joey Bosa got there a little bit too early, so 5-yard penalty will be accepted by New York. New York is moving left to right across your screen. They're in the white uniforms, red numbers, and wearing the red helmets. Came into the league back in 2000. They'll stay with the 3 wide receiver set. Minshew calling out plays. 8.5 minutes left to go in this game. Completes the pass to Crowder near midfield. Crowder was hammered there by Jones, was able to hang on for the first down. Minshew from the pistol. Hands off to Bell. Bell's going to go off tackle left. Gets inside Tampa Bay territory to the Tampa Bay 47. So a gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6. Almost halfway through the fourth quarter. Minshew coming in place of Daniel Jones, who did struggle today for New York. Minshew from the gun, back to pass, completes it to Crowder. He's got the first down, and they're going to say no first down. So Robert Saleh tosses the red challenge flag. Brad Allen's going to take a look at it on the instant replay monitor. And replay control in New York says that Crowder did indeed reach the first down. So they will give him the first down at the Tampa Bay 41. Just under 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 4, and what has just been a total dominating performance by the Tampa Bay Bandits. They lead at 33-9. Minshew has time. Completes it to Crowder at the 30. First down. Jones brings him down at the Tampa Bay 29. Minshew, 3 of 3 so far since he came into the game. Throws long for Davis at the 10-yard line. Tackled by Moore. Brings up 1st and goal, New York. Minshew working the magic here for the Generals late. Minshew back in the pistol, back to pass, looking, trying to get Crowder, but Jones was there to tip the pass away. He brings up 2nd and goal. 5:16 left to go in this one. You got to think it's a matter of pride now for the Generals. They don't want to go out with this current score line. But I think the inevitable has been reached here. Thomas will move over to the slot position. Minshew drifting to his right, trying to avoid the rush. And the ball's tipped in the air, nearly intercepted by Boston. Now bring up 3rd and goal. Minshew back to pass, looking for the end zone. I think he was trying for Chenault there, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th and goal, and the offense is going to stay out there. Who can blame them? Offense will stay out there on 4th and goal. Ball's at the Tampa Bay 10-yard line. Minshew back to pass. Completes it to Tate at the 5. They'll give him a gain of 6, but he needed to get to the end zone. So no go, and the ball gets turned over to Tampa Bay with just under 5 minutes left to go in this one. I think you can pretty much put a fork in this one. This game is going to be over. So Tampa Bay being the 4 seed, they're going to have to wait till the result of the game tomorrow between Philadelphia, which is the 6th seed, and London, who is the 3rd seed. So if Philadelphia were to win, if they were to go to London and upset the Knights, that means the 6th seed would go to Toronto, and Tampa Bay would go to Orlando and play the Apollos. If London wins, which they are favored to win, Tampa Bay will be going to Toronto on Christmas Day. So that, again, when you have a 4-5 matchup, it's kind of hard to know who's going to play who until you get that 6-3 result. Clement in the game now at running back. And I have a feeling Tampa Bay's just going to take their time running some plays here. Clement stopped at the 4-yard line. So he stopped at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd and 10. And Tampa Bay is letting clock run here. And what a job. Again, it's been highlighted a lot recently, the job done by Byron Leftwich. Coming in the situation to be interim head coach after the firing of Urban Meyer. And what a job he has done since that time. Fournette back into the game. He's going to try to get out of his own end zone there. Gets back to about the 4, and that's going to be it. Tampa Bay struggling with the running game here. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Ball at the Tampa Bay 4. 4 minutes left to go here in the game. Brady will move to the shotgun. Fournette's the lone running back. Brady in his own end zone. Just has to throw it away. And the pass to Fournette is incomplete. We have an injury on the play. I don't think we've had that many injuries today. Callahan leaves the game. Is holding his hand there. I think one of his fingers got busted or something. So it brings up 4th and 10. And now, of course, the adventure. This will be the first time I think we've seen Scott punt this entire game. I can check that, but I don't think we've seen Mr. Scott. No, this will be the first time Scott has punted the entire game. And, of course, he's got a punt from deep within his own end zone. Scott, as you know, or maybe not, has had 4 punts blocked this season. So trepidation here for Tampa Bay fans. He does get it away. It's a good kick. Ozulski's going to get good field position as he waves a fair catch at New York's 46. 3:12 left to go here in the game. New York will get the ball back at their own 46. Gardner Minshew back in the game, replaced an ineffective Daniel Jones before the last drive. And I don't think a lot of fans left. New York fans left, but pretty much all the Tampa Bay fans have stayed. They are soaking this one in. Minshew from the gun, back to pass, completes Crowder at the 50. Gain of about 4 yards. Brings up 2nd and 6, coming up to the 3-minute mark of the game. Minshew calls the play very quickly, gets them hustled up to the line. Back to pass, plenty of time. Completes it near side to Davis. Davis near the 40. They'll mark him at the 41. So brings up 1st down, ball at the Tampa Bay 41. They won't get another playoff. It'll bring up the 2-minute warning. So 2-minute warning. And again, hats off to Coach Sala, the Generals coaching staff, and the job that was done to turn around a 2-12 team and to get to the playoffs. So, but this one's going to be a one-and-done exit this season. And some work to be done heading into 2022. Thomas will move to the slot position. Minshew from the pistol. Back to pass. Completes it to Thomas at the 35. Gain of 6 yards brings up 2nd and 4. Minshew's going to go to the hurry-up offense. Generals hustle to the line. Minshew gets the play off. Completes it to Davis at the 30. He's got a first down. Take that back. He doesn't have the first down. They marked the ball shy. Again, we're under 2 minutes, so Coach Sala cannot challenge that call. They're going to have to get a play off and pick up the first down. Bell is the lone running back. Minshew, draw play to Bell. Bell gets the first down. Gets stopped by Lawrence at the 26. 1:11 left in the game. Again, going to that hurry-up offense. Minshew, back to pass with time. Completes it to Davis at the 20. Finally brought down inside the Tampa Bay 20. It's the 10th catch of the day for Corey Davis. Just under a minute left to play. Trying to get another touchdown here. Minshew, back to pass, completes it to the tight end Thomas inside the 15. They'll mark him down at the Tampa Bay 12. 36 seconds left. They're going to leave the clock running. Minshew, again, back to pass. Completes it to Davis inside the 5. Touchdown, Minshew to Davis. Davis, with that catch, exactly moves to 100 yards receiving. That's his second touchdown of the day. And with 16 seconds left, that'll probably be the last hurrah for the Generals. The kick by Myers is good, so it's 33-16. We'll have the obligatory onside kick. Tampa Bay has the hands team ready. And Tampa Bay makes the recovery. Irving is the player who recovers it at the 44. 8 seconds left. And Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay offense needs just to run one play from victory formation and then head to the locker rooms, having won the Eastern Conference Wildcard game, and they will advance to the divisional playoff round. Final score, Tampa Bay 33, New York 16. Our player of the game, Tom Brady. Let's look at the day that he had today. 25 of 36, 318 yards, 2 touchdowns. What a day for Tom Brady. So they will advance. They'll find out tomorrow with the result of the Philadelphia-London game whether or not that they will go to Toronto on Christmas Day or they will visit Orlando on the 26th. I've been your host, Glenn Walker. Make sure to sign up, subscribe, so you can get the rest of the games, watch them live, watch them on streaming. Also, baseball coming up. We're going to have the Red Sox and the White Sox, the Battle of the Sox, on August 26, 1967, for our next Major League Baseball game of the week. So again, I'm Glenn Walker. You've been watching the Replay Sports Channel. Have a great evening. We'll catch you again later.